you see me, Karis?
Yes, we can.
Okay, good morning, people at home. Good morning, people in school. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, year 5.
Good morning, Mr. Andre. Good morning, everybody.
Oh, thanks very much, those people in here. You're awesome. Right, for our music assembly this morning, we are going to be looking at and listening to some classical music linked with Christmas. Okay, so, what we're going to do, we're going to be using our ears a lot this morning. We're not really going to be using our eyes. So I'm going to ask you actually just to close your eyes. I'll ask you to close your eyes, and I'm going to play the first piece of music. And when I play the first piece of music, I want you to think about what you think the message is. What you think the message is that the composer is trying to tell us, and how does it make you feel? Okay, listen in really carefully. Okay, stop it there. So I know, oh, at the end there, they wanted to hear more. But we've got so many lovely pieces of classical music to listen to. First of all, how did it, what did it make you think of? What did it make you think of? How did it make you feel? You can go with either one of those. Demi, you had your hand up first.
I think it reminds me of like a storm.
It reminds you of like a storm. Why did it remind you of like a storm?
It sounded like rain and like thunder.
Oh, I like it. It reminds you of rain and thunder. Cool. Karis.
Uncomfortable. Like I was a bit scared.
Oh, it made you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, because it was so loud.
Because it was so loud, and there's quite screechy, weren't they? Some of those violins in there. Yeah, you're right. Daisy.
I think it like reminds me of like winter or Christmas because like it's really deep music.
Deep
I like
music.
it.
It's a nice way to describe it. Deep music. Claudia.
It makes me think of that there's danger or someone's running.
Oh, it makes you feel some danger, somebody running. Well, I like that. It is quite a frenetic piece of music. That's a good word, isn't it? Frenetic. Mark, what did it make you think of?
It made me think of the fact that it was kind of like it was a snowstorm that had blocked Santa off and given the Grinch some time.
Oh.
Because it
So-
sounded kind of like beast-like and not very welcoming.
Nice, I like that. So you put a bit of a story to the music, yeah?
Yes.
Cool. Hey Lou.
A bit like Claudia's, it looks like he's running away, but like when it goes slower and in the song, when it goes slower and a bit less dramatic, like she got safe.
Nice, thank you. That was just a very small part of a very long piece of music. And there's more than one piece of music to that because it is, hopefully, the Four Seasons by Vivaldi. So it is a violin concerto, and that's the sound that we could hear. And each depicts, and that was the part of, each part is a different season, and that the closing piece is winter. complete with chattering teeth sound effects. That's what that and a chill wind. But the poem which inspired the piece finishes with the line, winter nonetheless brings its own delights. Quite. Yes, Mark?
In our class, in year 4, we learned about this
Yeah.
piece of music.
Yes, we did. You're right, yeah.
Yeah.
We probably looked at one of the other seasons, didn't we?
Yeah, no, we only looked at winter.
Did we?
Yeah.
Maybe we should look at the other seasons then. Right, thank you very much. Right, eyes closed again. Get those eyes closed. I don't want to see them coming open this time, Mark. Our next piece of classical music. Keep those eyes closed. Okay. Quite different to the last piece of music. Different instrument for a start. Very different. Lily.
I'm going to say an instrument and what I think
Go on then.
about. So I think it is about with snow,
Okay, what was the instrument?
piano.
Piano. You think it was like the snow falling. Why do you think it was like the snow falling, Lily? What made you think of that?
Because it sounded like a pattern.
It sounded like, sorry?
Pattern.
Oh, nice. Like it. Nice word, Dave. Caitlin.
And that made me think of like someone being lost in like the snowy forest and they can't find their way back.
Wow, I like that. Someone being lost in a snowy forest and they can't find their way back. Nice. Good use of the imagination there. Karis.
Yeah. And it made me think of someone running through the forest scared.
You think it's somebody running through the forest? Why did it make you think of that?
Like there was sad and upset.
Oh, I hope you find a piece in a minute, Karis, that's quite happy for you. Makes you feel happy thoughts. Andy.
It almost came across a bit messy, as if he was playing the piano but missed something back, so he went back to it. So the key changes were
Quite
a
random.
little bit random, yeah.
Yeah.
Almost panicky,
Yeah.
which is probably what Karis picked on, the panic.
Yeah, panic. Oh.
Yeah.
It does sound like a winter forest, and same as my last thing, a small blizzard going on
Okay.
with all the animals frantically, like squirrels frantically trying to find all their nuts to store for winter.
Lovely.
And I don't think it was any old piano. I think it was some keyboard because I heard something like the ding. It didn't sound anything, and I think it was one of those like machines that you just push one slide up and one slide down and buttons. I think it was one
Okay,
of those. A
that's
synth.
what you think, do you, Mark? Okay, right. Let's have a look. Find out a little bit more about this piece of music.
What type of music is this again?
It's classical music. So this is called "The Snow Is Dancing" by Debussy,
Yeah.
and it is a piano. It's a piano. It's a miniature piece of music. It's not a big, long classical piece of music like the last one. This is just a tiny part. And you're right. I think he was trying to, especially what you were saying, Mandy. He was trying because actually snowflakes are random when they fall. So I think there were lots of random notes in there. Captures the swirling effect of snowflakes in the wind. The suite of pieces is dedicated to Debussy's daughter, Claude Emma. So he wrote that piece of music for his daughter. Imagine having a composer that writes classical pieces of music for you. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? How lovely. Right, eyes closed again. Let's have another piece. probably the most famous piece of music that we're going to listen to this morning. And I expect lots of correct answers to this one. It's a beautiful piece of music with some really beautiful instruments in there. Again, how on earth do people manage to make music like this? Daisy.
I think it reminded me of Home Alone because
Okay.
in Home Alone they have that song. Is the composer John Williams?
It's not John Williams. John Williams is a fantastic composer
Yeah.
that does compose lots of instrumental music. Not classical music as such, it's not from the classical era, but it's still wonderful, wonderful music. You're right. It's not John Williams though. Good effort. Claudia.
Is it from the Nutcracker?
It is from the Nutcracker, yeah, it's from the Nutcracker Suite. Yeah. Did he lose?
Isn't it the name something about Sugar Plum?
It is, yeah. It certainly is. Oh, we're getting there. Caris.
It reminded me kind of like a ballerina dancing.
Yeah.
Like the soldier.
Yeah, a bit like that, yeah. The Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy. Yes, Joseph.
It reminded me of Jingle Bells.
Did it? Yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
because when it went like ding ding, it
Yeah.
sounded like Jingle Bells.
Yeah, there are lots of bells in there. There's a beautiful horn sound that comes in.
Yeah.
It's really nice. Yes, Mark.
That reminded me of a part in Home Alone when
Yeah.
I believe when Harry goes through the cat flap and hello. The innocent
Honey.
sea.
It made me feel like someone was creeping behind me and trying to chase me.
Anything behind you? Yeah, it's quite creepy, isn't it? But I think that's meant to be like the ballerina, the Sugar Plum Fairy dancing and coming
I've
alive.
seen it on CDB. My little sister did it. Sorry.
Okay, so the Nutcracker by Tchaikovsky, not John Williams, but Tchaikovsky. Although I'm sure in a couple of 100 years' time, people will be listening to John Williams' music the same as we are listening to Tchaikovsky and Mozart people now. So it's an enchanting story of toys that come to life on Christmas Eve. It's become a winter favourite. It includes dancing snowflakes, the Sugar Plum Fairy, and of course lots of sweets.
Sweet.
We did have a little look at that in my class earlier this week.
Yeah.
Right, next one, eyes closed. Eyes closed. Eyes closed. Stop cheating, Mark. I can see you peeking. Maybe you've got your eyes closed at home as well, listening to the pieces.
I saw it.
Me too.
There was like a little guy.
Demi!
It reminded me of like a fairy tale.
It reminded you of like a fairy tale. Why did it remind you of a fairy tale, Demi? What do you think of a fairy tale?
Music.
The music. What part of the music?
Star.
The start. Yeah, thank you. Honey,
It made me feel like I was in a ballroom dancing.
in a ballroom dancing. Nice, I like that. I can imagine that actually. Someone in a ballroom dancing to that piece of music.
Don't imagine it.
Mark.
For some reason, it made me think of a Christmas movie called Rise of the Guardians.
Oh, right. Okay, and what's that about, Mark?
So it's about like the Easter Bunny, Tooth Fairy, Santa Claus. They're all kind of protecting children.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's this person known as the Boogeyman.
Even though it's not fun.
Yeah. And he tries to steal the children's hope and light, and then someone new comes, Jack Frost.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I've seen that. It's a cool film. Yeah. It's quite old now, isn't it?
Yeah.
So good.
Joseph.
It kind of reminds me of that movie where some people on some moon, they have to hire a fitting car system and they have to turn off the lights. It reminds me of that movie. I can't really.
No.
Yes.
Nice.
Russian sort of dramatic.
Oh, nice. I like it. Daisy.
Kind of reminds me of like a soldier going to war because at the start it's really like soft and then it gets. What is that?
Max, can you stop, please? Thank you. Well, somebody is over there. Thank you. Sorry, Daisy.
It reminds me of a soldier going to war because at the start it's really light, but then it gets more intense as it goes on, so it's kind of like you're in war.
Lovely. I love your use of the word light there, Daisy. Nice. Like, music can be light, can't it? And it can be dark as well. Sometimes it can be in the middle. It can be lots of shades of light and dark. Anybody else? Thank you. Right. Let's have a look. Hansel and Gretel boys. Somebody called Humperdinck. Humperdinck's fairy tale opera has been associated with the festive season since its premiere. It was first performed on the 23rd of December 1893. Hansel and Gretel have been battling against the witch in the gingerbread house and opera houses all over the world ever since. And again, that was a really long piece of music because it's a whole opera. Okay, so you could listen to that, it'd be really long. Right, I think we've got just one more. Close those eyes. There you get those eyes closed. Cool. First of all, what's different about that piece of classical music to any of the others that we've listened to this morning? What's different about that, Joseph?
To me, it sounded like a funeral music.
Okay, thank you. What's different? What's different about that piece of music to every other piece we've listened to this morning? Demi?
It's got like words in it.
Yeah, there's no instruments, is there? They're using their voices as the instruments. Yeah, it's quite powerful. Makes it quite different. Claude, what do you think?
I think it makes me think of someone's lost in a room and they're calling out for help, but it's echoing, and then they hear another voice and they run towards it.
Wow, I love that, Claudia. So you think it's somebody in a room that's lost, and as they shout, all they can hear is their voice echoing. Fantastic, I love that. Super thinking. Honey?
It makes me feel like someone's praying.
So it does sound a little bit like prayer too, doesn't it? Yeah, I like that. Mark?
I believe that kind of music is called a cappella,
Mm-hmm.
and I heard one of the voices of the women saying Jesus Christ near the end.
Did you? Oh, yeah. Thank you. That's interesting. Daisy.
Mine is kind of building on Mark's and Honey's because I think it's like when you're in a church and then you've got the choir singing.
Okay, thank you. What do you do?
A bit like he said it was they were trapped in the room. It sounded like he was saying help me, and then the echo sounded like a deep voice saying no.
Oh, nice. Do you know what? You're quite close, actually, with your idea about what it's about. Because it's called The Little Match Girl, and her name's Passion. And basically it's about, heartbreaking story about a poor match girl on New Year's Eve. And she's alone, and she's living on the streets, and she hasn't got anybody.
Oh,
And so that's what it's about. It is about somebody being lost. And actually crying out and calling for help, and there's nobody there. So you did really well to pick up on that. That's amazing, that. Good job. I think, don't know, I think close your eyes just in case. That might be the last one. Oh no, there's one more.
Oh, you can.
There's one more. Last one. Close those eyes. I like that. I really like that. They're different in there as well. A bit like the last one, there were voices. There was something different in this piece of music too. Oh, that Karis.
Like animals in distress because humans are doing something to them.
Oh, I like that. Animals in distress because us humans are. What made you think that then, Karis? Do you think?
Because there were noises to me it sounded like animals.
Sounded like animals. Right, nice. Thank you. Lulu.
At the end, I heard a little like seesaw, and I thought it might be like a swing or those seesaw things.
Okay.
Two people in it.
Okay, thank you. Demi.
It reminded me of going round on a roller coaster.
Round on a roller coaster. Oh, because it was quite up and down. Ooh, so almost like flying.
You just gave us
Matt.
I think it's like a train going over a mountain under the water.
Oh, nice. Lovely, Matt. So good thinking. Honey.
It made me feel like that I was alone and it made me feel like that someone was around me.
Oh, but you felt like the music was all around you. I like that. Mark.
To me, it felt like someone causing mischief.
Did it?
And when it went, I feel like it was like he was going through some close things. He's meant to make so kind of like a naughty elf. It's meant to make mischief, but not let anyone see it make mischief.
Right, sneaky.
Yes.
That's nice thinking. Andy.
Building on what Karis was saying, because that's the image I sort of had in my head was when the speed of the music made me. It's almost like something's running away from something, trying to escape some sort of destruction or.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, definitely.
Lovely. Great thing. It's a nice piece of music to finish with, actually. A nice piece of music, and there were bird noises, and there were definitely bird noises in there. Okay, this haunting contemporary symphony features recordings of the song of the shorelark and the call of the whooper swan. The work has 3 movements: the bog, melancholy, and swans migrating. It's called Cantus Arcticus. And I wouldn't even like to try and pronounce that name. I don't even know what this means. Cantus Arcticus. I've got a feeling it could be something to do with the winter. But if anyone can find out for us, that would be great homework. Can you find out what Cantus Arcticus means? But it is. It's quite a beautiful piece of music, but it has got those birds and things in there. So it does include wildlife and things. Yes, Mark, before we sign off.
With the name, I feel like it's someone, not exact, sounds like, the name sounds kind of Austrian,
Okay.
and the name sounds Latin.
Okay, well, the name of this sounds Latin.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it sounds quite Latin.
Arcticus.